Hi, so Charlie, giving you Friday's live trading. It's just after 10 past 8, but I don't think in view of the big moves we had yesterday. So let me take this out to like an hourly chart. As we can see, we had these big moves yesterday. So I can't see really a trade setting up this morning. So I'm going to leave this until probably non-farm payrolls, and then we'll see if we can get a trade later on. So I won't waffle on now, and I'll see if we can get a trade after the non-farm payrolls at 1:30. So I'm just going to leave these markets alone for this morning, unless I see anything, of course. Okay, so I'm just back now, and we've got about 5 minutes to go to the non-farm payrolls, and I'm sure I'm supposed to mention something actually about something or other today, and I've forgotten what it was. I know I was told I must mention something in the video update, and I've forgotten. Anyway, so I'm going to be looking to trade the euro dollar here, but most likely I think it's going to be the euro dollar I'm going to be trading. We're going to see which way it's going to go. If it does fire up, I will try and get long. I think there is some potential upside if we get a miss in the figures. So it's all about the figures really, and what happens with those. If the figures come in good, then we should see the euro completely roll back over. So we shall see. So I'll press pause for now, and I'll come back to this in a few minutes, as and when we're just before we're about to kick off. Okay, so the news actually isn't out yet, believe it or not, but we're getting the volatility coming through already. So on the euro dollar here, so I'm just playing a waiting game. We have got about 10 seconds to go, and then we're going to see. Look at these spreads. Look, 12, 15 pips. Huge spreads we're seeing at the moment when we're getting news out. So it's really just a case of now seeing. Here we go. The figures will be out any second. We're up. We are up, but obviously I don't know the figures yet. So I'm just playing a waiting game at the moment. I've said I might get long. I'm having to assume the figures have missed, so I'm going to be looking to get long. Nothing's come through yet, so and I want to be long. It's not great when you're sitting here waiting for the figures, and I've not got anything coming through yet. So okay, I'm going to have to give it a go. 214,000, right? Okay, so okay, let's just hold this a second. Okay, so it's a miss, so I'm going long. No, I haven't got long here at all. It's just messed me. Too much volatility there, so let's just change this around while I'm... See? My whole computer is going slow at the moment. There's so much juice going through it, so it looks like it's saved me a little bit going along there. And what we could end up doing is ending up on a, like I said, a spinning top type candle. But we've got a miss on the figures, so they're not as good. So I was trying to go long, and I haven't got long. But it's a miss. Expected 235, so it's still above 200,000. So it's not, it's not the end of the world. Just going to hold fire for a sec. Okay, so I'm low enough in the range to be able to get long here. So I'm just going to put 2 units in for now. I'm going to quickly get my stops in. Do it quick enough. My whole computer's going slow. This is not good when a computer's going slow and you want to try and get your stops in. Just so much juice coming through the computer at the moment. 123.65. Okay, right. Phew, got my stops in. So it looks like I might get taken out rather quick here by the looks of things. So I'm giving it a go, considering it was a miss, but it looks like that one's not going to be the right direction here. But it was looking good for a spinning top on the hourly. I'm watching the hourly charts off screen, so I've put my stop down at 65, and we'll just see. And then I'll press record, pause on the recording soon, I guess. Now, what we're seeing is a okay. So I'm just getting all my stops and stuff put in. So what's the price that I get long at? I got long at 96 and 98. So what we're seeing at the moment is the potential on the hourly charts for a spinning top candle, which is what, there we go, the potential to finish out the hour on a spinning top. We shall see. So as we came back down into this lower part of the range, then I thought, okay, I'll put a couple of units in, and then we'll see. Now, if we are to come up, then I'd really want to see us come all the way higher up towards into those mid 124s. So we'll have to just see about that. And at some point I'll start moving my stop up aggressively. But at the moment I'll leave it there. I've put it in at 65. I could move it up to about 70. The risk is high that I get a stop out at this stage anyway. Always is. Okay, I better press pause on this recording whilst we're waiting. So I'll press pause and we'll come back to this in a second. We're starting to go up a little bit, as we can see here. Right, so I'm going to move my stop up a few points now as we've come up a little bit, but we're still sort of playing around, but I will move it up a bit now. So we'll move it up to about 73. So I'll just move those stops. I assume my computer will be moving a bit quicker now. So I'll just move those stops up and press pause when I'm doing that. So, okay, so we're coming up again. So I'm going to trail this stop up, which is still in the danger zone because of the volatility, but we just want to get this to a point where we can't lose. So just trailing the stop up off screen at the moment. So I'm going to get that up to my break-even points, and then we'll see what happens. If I can get those stops up, that is. The computer's running a little bit slow still. And so, okay. So I've moved my stops up to 98 now. I'll actually show you the trades if you like. Oops, there's the trades. So if you can see those, there's the stops up at 98. There we are. So there's the two positions running at the moment. So we'll come back to those in a bit. But it's early days, and the risk is high of stop out even by moving the stop up to break even. But we're just gonna. That's how we're gonna roll with it today. We've come up a bit. If it can push through, great. If it comes back down, we'll have to then just reassess. So I'm just gonna move my stops across the board. Right, okay, I better press pause, I guess, in a minute. There's not really much else to do now, so we'll press pause and we'll see what happens. I think the reality is that we've got wide bands here, and that all that's probably going to happen is we're going to come down, stop me out, and come down to the lower side of this. So as nice as the ranges has been and stuff, it's always the case, so often the case with non-farm payrolls that here we go. So it's getting very close towards my stop here. My stop's at 98. So often is the case, but I want to keep it nice and tight here going on a Friday afternoon. So I'll press pause for a minute. Okay, so we have come back down, and so I give it the initial go, and I've moved my stop to 98, like I said, and let's see if we can show it all. Let's get this out of the way. So here was my entries at 96.9 and 98, and I've got stopped out there, filled at 97.5, and it's given me a £1 gain there. So I did all day for nothing really, and but that's the way it goes sometimes. I may get another trade, so I'll press pause for now, just in case. You never know, I might get another trade. But the problem is that it's making such an ugly candle on the hourly charts. It makes it very difficult to really get a read of the market. So with that in mind, it's looking less likely that I'll get another trade. But at least we mitigated the risk once we'd had the bounce back up. I shall press pause for now. Okay, just back, and I've seen an opportunity on dollar CAD. I'm going to short dollar CAD here, 2 units, and so if we can get a second unit in, there we go. So I've got 2 units in on dollar CAD. So do I want to add to it? I can probably add a couple more on a bit higher up. Actually, the dollar CAD actually is a slightly nicer looking pattern here than that of the euro dollar. So yeah, I'll have a look at this one and see if we can get a couple more units in on this. So I'll press pause for now. Recording here. Okay, so we can see the dollar CAD is coming down. So I will start moving my stop down here, down to this just above this candle here, 113.90. So we'll bring it just above there. So so I'm going to just adjust those stops, and then we're just going to see. So and hopefully we can get back down. What we're looking for is to come back down to this low range down here. That's what I'm looking for. Right, okay, so just coming back. So we're still seeing the dollar CAD coming down a little bit here. It's still not down to those the profit levels, but I have bought my deal tickets over. And I was just saying to the guys in the trading room who are watching all of this live that just as I bring my deal tickets across, it'll start going back up again. And so as I start recording again, which is always the way, but we'll just see now. I could probably start trailing this stop down a little bit more now, bring it down to the low 80s as we've broken a little bit lower. So I'll do that as well, just whilst we're waiting. I'll press pause again. It's the recording again. Here we go. Right, so we're getting closer towards that level. I will start soon moving my stop down to break even. So we're 20 points in profit, or just have been, and now I've pressed record again. We're now coming all the way back up. It's always the way, isn't it? Whenever I do these recordings. So I was about to move my stops down to break even, but I think it'd probably still be a bit too tight there. Look, 113.70. It's only here on the chart, so no, I've got to leave it up here. I'll move them down to 81, but that's about as much as I can do. So it'll be just over 10 pips. Record that. Okay, so we've just come back up inside my white bands. So I'm going to move my stop down to about 75 now. So we're only going to have a 5 pip stop. So I'm just going to do that to break even now. Okay, so we've just come down a bit. So I am finally going to move my stop down to break even, and we'll see what's going to happen. So we're still in the positions here at the moment, but it's time to move the stops down. So I'll just do that. Right, okay, just back, and we have been sitting on this trade for what, over an hour now. And it's just been going sideways, as you can see. So I've just been chatting here with the guys in the trading room, and some of them have got so bored that they've actually taken their profits because they've said, right, that's it, we're off for the day now. It's what, 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon now, and I need to get this video update out to you as well. So actually I'm going to have to really start to trail this stop down, come to think of it, because by the time I get this up and running and out to you, so I'm going to trail the stops down to 64 and then we'll see what we can do with that. I'll press pause for now. 60 now. Okay, so we're coming down a little bit, and again, and I'm just going to keep trailing this stop down. I'm just moving it down off screen, moving it down to 60 now, so we're locking in 10 pips of profit after all of that time. But we've got to get it down because time's pressing on, and I need to get this video out to you. So I'll press pause for now, and we'll see what's going to happen here. Okay, so as we're coming down here, I'm just going to close something off. We've just seen something so I'm just going to close half off there. Just seen something on the 4-hour time frame charts that I hadn't seen previously. So I'm just taken half there, and of this. So it doesn't mean to say that it can't still come down lower, but it is it's hit some key support zone there, and I have to thank Derek in our trading room for that. He's just just noticed that for us. So I've taken half off there, and the stop's at 60 on the remainder. So if I bring over the account, you can see it's all very small stuff here today. So we're still in with the that original trade there, the euro, which was closed out for a whopping £1, and we're still in this dollar CAD here. We've taken a half off for, what's that, £97, $175, and we're still in the remaining with the stop at 60. So I remain waiting to see if we are going to get stopped out. So this has only got to go 4 or 5 pips now, and then I can get trading stopped out, and then this video is all finished. Finally, right, been trading stopped out at that 113.60, so let's bring it up. So we've traded I sound punch drunk here. So traded the non-farm payrolls today with a break-even trade on the euro and £151 on the dollar CAD. So all small stuff today, but sometimes when you're trading highly volatile news, then if you can stay safe, then it's no bad thing anyway. So this thing has just drifted off to sleep here. I shall leave that with you. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back in touch next week.